Yo, what's going on, guys? KrispyFlakes here. It's okay. We're safe again, Piston fans. We're safe again. It's okay. Okay. Let it out. Let it out. Let it out. 3, 2, 1. Detroit basketball. I'm not really crying, but I'm feeling nostalgic. So I'm bringing back the old KrispyFlakes hat and the old KrispyFlakes glasses and my Grant Hill card. And we smoking that Pistons pack, baby. All day, every day, bro. I haven't even hit it yet. I'm blowing smoke. Alright, that's enough for YouTube. He's gone. He's gone, man. Monty Williams. After one season, the Detroit Pistons have dismissed Coach Monty Williams, who leaves with 5 years and $65 million plus left on his deal. What if it's like $6 million? $6 million and 99 cents. Maybe that's the plus. New president Langdon will move to make his own coaching hire now. Weaver's gone. He made me a believer. Monty's gone. He's been a fraud since day one. Tom Gores is next to complete the trifecta, baby. It's about time we make some threes here in Detroit. All right, I gotta breathe. I gotta bring it. Like I'm just seeing this. You know what I'm saying? I'm just seeing this. Monty Williams is gone. I do want to talk about this for a minute. So, originally, when Monty Williams was offered the job for the Detroit Pistons, he turned it down. And I made like an 8-minute video trying to get that ad revenue, baby. I made an 8-minute video really rambling out about it, just saying like how dare you, Monty? How dare you turn down the Detroit Pistons? You know, like saying it wasn't enough money. And I had a lot of things to say about them. And at that time, a lot of Pistons fans were kind of getting in their feels about me, man. They were yelling at me, you know, and then I made the poor choice of just following the crowd, which I'm never doing again. I'm never following the crowd, man. I'm sticking true to my opinions. Because a day later, they offered him more money, and he accepted the job. So every Pistons fan was like, oh, we have more money for Monty. He wants to play here. And I made a video, you know, apologizing for the previous video. And, you know, and I still felt dirty talking about him, man. I felt dirty talking about it. I was like, well, I guess he wants to be here for more money, I guess. So maybe he'll embrace it. No, since day one, it's always been about the money. Money Williams. And you got your $65 million. Now get the hell out of Detroit and never come back. We don't want you here, man. I wish you the best as your personal life, but as far as being a basketball coach, unless you're on the away team, never step foot in Michigan again. Unless you want to, man. We got nice vacation destinations. Great Lakes are beautiful. Go check them out. But from a basketball standpoint, those Langdon dudes making some moves, man. We got, you know, he just hired that shooting coach out of New Orleans. And he's going to be fantastic. He's going to have Asar Thompson, man. Look at Curry, man. Look at Asar, man. You know what I'm saying? He is gone. And I got a baby on the way. Little Monty Jr. Make that name great. Ooh. Almost said like a political thing. Whoops. Okay, I'm trying to do that. But you know what I mean. I want my Pistons to be great. Again. No political affiliation to that statement, man. I just want my Pistons to be good at basketball. I gotta sit back and watch your all lame asses out there with your basketball teams, man. 4-1 in the finals? What? That's boring. And no one wants to see the New York Knicks as the second team, man. We want the Pistons in the playoffs. The NBA is better when the Pistons are good. Because you get way over the passionate fans like me coming at your team, and it's fun. It's not fun when we're just losing every game. I can't talk trash. You know, I just gotta sit here in silence and talk about Pascal Siakam to the Pacers like I'm happy about that. I mean, it's actually a really good re-sign for him and everything, man. But okay. So let's go over here real quick. Oh no, I was trying to look at my old Pistons Monty Williams video, but I couldn't find it, man. But for some reason, am I on like, I don't know, like I typed my name on here, man. There's all these channels that I've never heard of before that got my name on it. Maybe they're taking like clips or something. I don't know, man. But okay, here we go. This is what I want to look at. I want to look at the roster. I want to tell you guys, you know, short term, what I would be doing to this team. Short term, what I would be doing to this team here. And to be honest, like I feel like when it comes down to our roster, you know, it's easy to fall in love with the personnel. It's easy to fall in love with the name, right? Let me move this over. All right. You know, because I'm on Twitter at KrispyFlakes 2K. You know, I've been posting like, well, maybe we should invest in these guys, or maybe we should let go of this guy. And every single time I talk about anybody, I get told by other fans saying, "Are we ready to give up on Ivy?" Yes. Did you see our record last season? Why are we getting sentimental? I don't care about the players' feelings, man. Okay? They get paid for the contract. Nobody cares about my feelings at work. If I don't do the job for my company, I get let go. Nobody cares about my feelings. If you are not embracing Detroit basketball, that's on you. Now, with that being said, the culture of the Pistons starting from the top was horrendous. Okay? Like, I'm not totally opposed to running it back with a good portion of the players. But to think that it's just out of the question to, you know, to trade for somebody better or somebody that fits us, our culture and our team better, that I don't really understand. Now, I'm not just going to be giving anybody away. Okay, I'm not going to just be like, hey, you can have Ivy for, you know, a third round draft pick in the year 3000, Jonas Brothers. You know, I'm not doing that. But if you want to offer up like, hey, like maybe Malik Monk wants to come to this team. Dude's a bucket. Heck yeah, I take him in Detroit. Somebody want to trade a veteran, you know, for our 5th pick? Yeah, we got too many young bloods as it is. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with something new. Because what we saw last season was not it. Now, getting a new coach might change that. I don't have no idea who they're going to go for. Maybe we get Coach Rasheed Wallace. You know, I can see him making it work with Ivy, man. But okay, I'm gonna go through each of these players here and just kind of give you guys my quick, you know, opinions on what we should do with them. All right, Cade Cunningham, on the season, 23 points, 8 assists, 4 rebounds. You know, that was essentially without much of any shooting around him, right? You know, like Cade Cunningham, he needs just a guy on the squad that's not Bojan Bogdanovic, who's gone now, obviously. That, you know, maybe get about 20 points a game pretty efficiently, you know, with good spacing, you know. Cade needs that. I don't think Cade is the number one option on a championship team. He gives me more of that. I don't like he's a great leader. He's a great player. But I think he needs something else out there, you know? Because his scoring is good. He's a little lackadaisical with the ball at times. He's a little slow on the motor. So having a solidified 20, 25-point bucket out there you can get the ball to, hey, go aggressively, get me a 2 or a 3, I think just makes Cade a better player altogether. One of his best seasons was that rookie year when he had Jeremy Grant on the team, right? So it's not a shameful thing to say about the player to say that, yeah, give him somebody that he can get the ball to because his playmaking is so fantastic. His pacing is so fantastic, right? Like get him somebody to operate with. That's all I'm saying. Bojan's gone. Bro, Fontecchio was our third leading scorer? What? I really do like Tech. He's going to be part of the team. I think he'll probably get like a good 3 or 4 year contract, I'd imagine. I love what he brings to the squad. He's one of those guys that you can put out there as your starter, and well, he's going to play a very nice role player role, right? I love him next to Cade. He spaces the floor, has some good height, but he's also somebody too that if we get somebody better down the line, Techie will come off the bench, and I think he'd be great there too. So love him on the team. Jaden Ivey. Okay, so I still think for Jaden Ivey to work on this team, he needs to transition to point guard. You know, I think Cade Cunningham, they're like you all saw Jason Tatum in that finals game, the finals game. Dude had like 9 assists at the half. He's not the point guard, but he's still a playmaker. You know, Jason Tatum also kind of has that slow pick your spots movement that Cade has. Put Cade at small forward. Have him hit up the gym, put some bulk on. Have Ivy control the flow of the game. There's so many athletic players out there with, Asar and Duran. Cade can be a trailer on offense. You don't even got to run. So you run it with you run it down the middle with Ivy on the fast break. If nothing's there, you dish it back to Cade. Run this, run the half court offense. But like Ivy playing off ball. Unless this new shooting coach can really get that 3-point shot going, which I think he can. I think he can get Ivy probably shooting about 37%. That jump shot's a little pre-Piston Blake Griffin for me. It's a little clunky, man. Little hinge to it. Get that ball up there, man, and he'll be good. But I think point guard's his spot. Duran, I'm still thinking about a lot. Because there's a lot of times with Duran where I see, he's 20. He's not a mature player. He's only 20. Were you mature at 20? Are you even 20 yet? Are you mature? I wasn't at 20. So, I think when you go into the league and you are in this losing type of culture, I could really see it setting a guy like Duran up just to have bad habits. So I'd really like to see them bring in a good veteran big man to really continue taking Duran under his belt, man. I don't think we should go out there and get that Donovan Clegan guy because I just think like Duran either needs to be the starter or he needs to be on a different team. I don't want to bring him off the bench, nothing like that. I want him to start, but I want I don't know, dare I say a Mason Plumlee. First name that came in my head besides Andre Drummond. But even Drummond, but Drummond didn't have no motor. Yeah, I don't want Drummond out there teaching Duran nothing. He have no motor either, man. He needs a high hype guy out there, a vet. So I love Duran, some things to work on. Beef Stew. He had a pretty solid season. He should not be a starter though. Beef Stew is too flat-footed to be starting at power forward in today's league. He makes the three. He settles for it a little bit too much. I like when he puts that ball on the court, man. He actually got some pretty nice moves around the basket. But he shouldn't be starting. Asar Thompson, if the shooting coach can get him shooting 38% from a corner 3, I'll be happy. Asar Thompson, to start last year, was being asked to handle the ball a lot more, being asked to be more active off the basketball. At some point in the season, Monty's like, no, go sit in the corner. So I'm hoping this new coach gets Asar more involved, man. He's 21. He's older than Duran. He's not some young blood. He's a young blood, but not by NBA standards. He's ready to go. Unleash Asar, man. The dude can literally be a mix of Dennis Rodman and PJ Tucker. Gallo gone. Marcus Sasser. Sasser had a nice start to the season. Kind of made us, a lot of believer out there, man. I still like him. I wouldn't mind him being the backup point guard. Malachi Flynn had that 50 piece. Have him fight it out for the backup spot. I'm happy with either one of these guys being the backup point guard. Either one is fine. Beyond that, Quentin Grimes, you got to get healthy. You still have potential. You're only 23 yourself. You have potential to be the starting shooting guard of the team. You have potential to be that 3-and-D guy that we need. And now that I think about it, I think my ideal lineup, assuming that Cade were to buff up a bit, would be Ivy, Grimes, Cade, Asar, and Duran. That's my starting 5. Now, if Asar's not making his shots, you can't have him out there with Duran because that's just not enough spacing, so you put Tech out there. Something like that I'd be happy with. Beyond that, man, not really too much to talk about, right? Like, but Monty's gone. I'm gonna do a rebuild of this team too, man. If y'all want to rebuild, let me know in the comment section below. Thank y'all so much for watching 313. Monty, he's gone. Monty Williams.